Perspiration. The process of sweating. Exercise causes perspiration and a speeded up heartbeat.
Потение.
Regression. A return to a former or less developed state. It is easy to blame unrest on economic regression.
Регрессия.
Trail. A path through a countryside, mountain, or forest area. A forest/mountain trail.
След.
Trail 2. The smell or series of marks left by a person, animal, or thing as it moves along. He left a trail of muddy footprints behind him.
След.
Redundant. Not or no longer needed or useful. He edited the paper and removed any redundant information or statements.
Лишний.
Trait. A distinguishing quality or characteristic, typically one belonging to a person. The traditionally British trait of self-denigration.
Особенность.
Outcry 2. An exclamation or shout. An outcry of spontaneous passion.
Громкий крик.
Outcry. A strong expression of public disapproval or anger. The tobacco factories were closed in 1791, partly in response to public outcry.
Протест.
Denigration. The action of unfairly criticizing someone or something. I witnessed the denigration of anyone who failed to toe the line.
Клевета.
Swearing. The use of offensive language. He got the sack for swearing.
Ругательство.
Onlooker. A non-participating observer, a spectator. A crowd of fascinated onlookers.
Зеваки.
Web. A strip of leather or length of cord for beating a person or for urging on an animal. She lashed the horses mercilessly with her long whip.
Кнут.
Henchman. A faithful follower or political supporter, especially one prepared to engage in crime. The dictator's henchman.
Приспешники.
Debacle. A great disaster, a complete failure, fiasco. After the debacle of his first novel, he had trouble getting a publisher.
Разгром.
Decoy. A bird or mammal, or an imitation of one, used by hunters to attract other birds or mammals. A decoy duck.
Приманка.
Incursion. An invasion or attack, especially a sudden or brief one. Incursions into enemy territory.
Вторжение и наступление.
Collusion. Secret or illegal cooperation or conspiracy in order to deceive others. The armed forces were working in collusion with drug traffickers.
Сговор, тайный сговор.
Detachment. A group of troops, aircraft, or ships sent away on a separate mission. 51st Military Police Detachment.
Отряд.
Emissary. A person sent as a diplomatic representative on a special mission. He President's Special Emissary to Hanoi.
Эмиссар.
Foramen. An opening, hole, or passage, especially in a bone. Mastoid foramen.
Отверстие.
Recession. A period of temporary economic decline. The country is in the depths of a recession.
Спад, рецессия.
Backlash. A strong public reaction against something. A public backlash against racism.
Отрицательная реакция.
Backlash 2. A strong adverse reaction. Supporters group for UTCRY Royals faces backlash after saying opposing fans are not welcome.
Отрицательная реакция.
Backlash 3. Degree of play between parts of a mechanism. Typical gearbox backlash in these systems is 2 degrees.
Скольжение винта.
Incentive. A thing that motivates or encourages someone to do something. Give farmers an incentive to improve their land.
Стимул.
Mother-to-be. A woman who is expecting a baby. A mother-to-be is a woman who is pregnant, especially for the first time.
Беременная.
Deterrence. The prevention of something, especially war or crime, by having something such as weapons or punishment to use as a threat. Nuclear missiles remain the main deterrence against possible aggression.
Устрашение.
Arrival. The action or process of arriving. Ruth's arrival in New York.
Прибытие.
Spruce. A spruce is a kind of evergreen tree. Trees such as spruce, pine, and oak have been planted.
Ель.
Kink. A sharp twist or curve in something that is otherwise straight. Neuron firing rate with kink and tangent line.
Изгиб.
Kink 2. A flaw or obstacle in a plan, operation, etc. There are still some kinks to iron out.
Перекручивание.
Dandruff. Small pieces of dead skin in a person's hair. There was a certain amount of dandruff on the shirt.
Перхоть.
Pumice. A very light and porous volcanic rock. A piece of pumice used as an abrasive, especially for removing hard skin.
Пемза.
Requisite. A thing that is necessary for the achievement of a specified end. She believed privacy to be a requisite for a peaceful life.
Необходимое.
Employee. A person employed for wages or salary, especially at non-executive level. A good boss listens to his employees.
Работник.
Geocache. A treasure hunting game played using GPS devices. Rage. Violent uncontrollable anger. Her face was distorted with rage.
Гнев.
Rage 2. Of an emotion, have or reach a high degree of intensity. She couldn't hide the fear that raged within her. Vehemence. Great forcefulness or intensity of feeling or expression. The vehemence of his reaction.
Горячность.